there is just eliminating a couple of infantry. There's a guy just ahead of them on the edge of this bunker right here. They're being very careful with their movement. Because it's so unusual that I actually get reinforcements on the ground without them being horribly slaughtered before they even get on the grounds. So it's time for the big news I've mentioned a couple of times, and it goes like this. So for over a year now, Ahoy World have been the big support behind my ZEUS missions. The guys there have allowed me to use their server and helped to craft the ZEUS operations to where they are now. However, I have reached a point where I wanted to look at hosting my own server, simply for the logistical reasons. Having our own server means I can more quickly bring mods on and off and generally create what I need for the next stage in the ZEUS missions. But just to be clear though, there's no drama here. I'm not leaving Ahoy World. I have every intention to keep working with them. I've discussed this all with them. It's simply that the server for ZEUS operations will now be hosted differently for my missions. There are some other changes as well though. The biggest change is that Apex will now be mandatory to play on the public missions. While this was obvious when we were running on the Tenor map, it will also extend to Stratis and Altis. This is because of loadouts and general unit usage, but I'll elaborate on that in a moment. Another change is that the Monday Special Operations missions will now be hosted in a closed environment, a private environment. They also are soon going to be running with a full set of mods, including RHS, TFAR and alternate maps. Now, a big question that I get all the time is how can I join the missions? You see this every time on my videos. If you want to join the missions, you'll need to join our TeamSpeak for the public nights waiting in the ARMA lobby. The mission times and general server details will be linked in my YouTube video, which goes live on Friday. We expect all the standard rules and general behaviour of conduct as usual on both TeamSpeak and the server itself. It's all common sense, but I will link a page with the rules themselves on the video, so again, no excuses, they're all going to be right there. The community clan Veritas Gaming is something I founded 5 years ago with some other players, and it's where I'll be operating the server from now. That's the community I'm going to be running it out of. If people want to participate in the Monday modded missions, there would be generally needs to be VG members. That's the Special Operations modded missions on a Monday. In order to properly manage this and the community of new members for ARMA in VG, that's going to be on an invite-only basis. Invites are going to go to people who regularly attend the Friday missions and are proven sensible, decent players who can follow commands and have good combat effectiveness. Now, Shadow, who I'm working with on this server, does already have a Steam Workshop list of mods, and I'm going to be putting one together as well, just so that they're doubled up. RHS is the only mod that we are using that is not currently on Steam, but I do believe that is supposed to be going to Steam in the near future. Now, RHS can be a bit of a pain in the ass to download because from Armaholic it's very slow, so I asked Ahoy World could we use their repository to just for people to download RHS. They've said yes, so I'm not hijacking that or suggesting it for the wrong reason. Okay, if you want to get RHS, you can use the Ahoy World ArmaSync repository. There is a guide on their website on how to do that, and it just enables you to download RHS. So this is what we're going to have on the server. I've set up this area, and this is the Altis map we're going to have to know as well. This is located way down the southeast side of Altis, and we've got here, this is basically the spawn location, and then over here we have got the bases. I'm on the editor right now, this is not live on the actual server. So here we've got basically Huron, got 2 Ghost Hawks, got some Hummingbirds, some Pawnees, 2 pilot slots, a couple of other vehicles down here as well. I've decided to situate this slightly away from the base, so you kind of disconnect the pilots and the powering up, and it's not too crazy, and then they can go and pick up the guys over here. And then up base we've actually got very limited equipment set up, so we've got some prowlers, we've got some hunters, and a couple of armed and unarmed off-roads as well. So that's going to basically give the guys some assets. They've got the Hemmets here as well, they've got the medical, etc, etc. And I haven't put down any repairs and stuff. Anything extra they need, like repair Hemmets or ammo Hemmets or whatever, we can put that down if it's needed. I can ZEUS that in if I need. The idea with this is to keep it simple and then provide other stuff if it's needed. Now, when we come to the actual setup of the units, what we can see right here is that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sort of 6 squads in total. So the first 2 squads, Alpha 1-1 and Alpha 1-2, they're the fairly basic setup, okay. And what we've got going on for them, the only difference with these guys is that one has got a Titan and one has just got a standard RPG. So the way that we've gone with this is that instead of being able to choose whatever you want to for gear, so instead of choosing lots of different weapons and loadouts and all this kind of stuff, what we're going to have is very, very set loadouts essentially, okay. And in having set loadouts, that is going to enable me to more accurately predict the kind of gameplay I can expect. It means I can more accurately decide what kind of enemy in the ZEUS missions to place down. And I've given these guys the standard SPAR 16. Okay, so these guys have mainly got the SPAR weapon, and that goes got the limb here as one of the light machine guns. So these guys overall, that's the kind of gear they've got. They don't have optics because they can choose optics from the arsenal that we have provided. The squad leaders have a slightly different setup. Also, you notice the squad leaders have got backpacks. Also, each main squad has got 1 medic, okay, and you'll notice that only a few of the guys have got backpacks. This is the AT team, so this is their team leader, and then it's got the AT guy and the missile assistant. Again, the team leaders also have a small assault pack, but the standard riflemen don't have a backpack at all. They shouldn't need to. They've got their vests and so on. They can put ammo in that. So that's basically what we've got going on there. And as I say, these are going to be set. So you won't be able to choose your APRIL, you won't be able to choose any other weapons. You're going to be set with these weapons. And as I say, that should, I hope, improve gameplay. It should improve the speed of people setting up and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's all pretty straightforward. You will be able to obviously save any customizations that you decide to have. So if you want to make small changes like optics, different grenades, etc., you can make those changes, save them in the arsenal. They'll be able to load each time. The other squads that we have going on here, so basically we've got those 2 squads. They're the sort of main rifle squads, and then what we've got here is we've got a CLS team, an EOD team, an MMG team, and then we've got the sniper recon team. So the CLS, that's the combat lifesaver squad, and these guys are all combat lifesavers, and they would be designed to get in and assist like a kind of quick response force. We've got the EOD team, so this is going to be explosives, mine detection and clearance, all that kind of stuff going on. And they've obviously got explosive vests, and they've got some other equipment with them to take care of this kind of stuff. Okay, so then we come to the Sniper Recon team. These guys are going to be the more specialised units. They've got the EMVG optics for night vision and thermal. They've also got the SPAR, this guy's got the SPAR 17, this guy's got MAR 10, and this guy's got the M320 LR. So basically they've got more, obviously longer range equipment. They're basically going to be operating behind enemy lines, observing, calling in airstrikes and all this kind of stuff. That's what these guys' role is, and they will be operating at much longer range, but also sometimes they'll have to get in close for sort of close range stuff. So for example, they've got these longer range optics. They're probably going to take some sort of RCO optics as well, so that this guy's got the ERCO already on here, just for when they do end up getting in those kind of close situations. And then finally we've got the MMG team. Okay, so we've got the heavy machine guns, and again just the machine gun assistant, the auto rifle assistant, to carry a bit of ammo there, which we'll have to set up from the arsenal, because you can't kind of do it like as a set thing. You can script it, but I've just kind of basically put these things in. So that's basically the loadouts. So we've got 2 main squads. We've got the EOD squad, the engineer squad. We've got and these guys are repair as well, obviously. We've got the combat lifesaver squad, the machine gun squad, and the recon squad. And that is the setup for the server right now. It's about sort of what is it, like 30, I think 35 units, and that's going to be the amount of people I want to go with, just like I have done with the previous ZEUS missions. missions. This is going to enable us to get really good gameplay, and I say the way in which I'm balancing this by having the units with these set loadouts means that I will be able to more accurately predict mission to mission exactly how it's going to play out, and also when people come in they're going to know exactly what they are getting. The way I want people to obviously join in with this is to fill up those squads. We don't want people to sort of join in and then just select, cherry pick, oh, I want to take this, I want to take this. If you're playing, you need to play in and as a squad, but I say that's usually not an issue, but that's the way it's going to work. Now going forward, the biggest advantage for us right now is going to be performance. We are seeing already a much more stable frame rate, and this is hopefully going to improve the experience even more for everybody. I may consider adding some simple mods to the Friday server mission in the future, but as of right now it's going to stay simple and vanilla to ensure that people can join in easily. All of this is going to be subject to changes, and as we continue to fine tune and find the best ways to organise the details, we can just adapt it as we see fit. So thanks for watching today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and I think you'll agree that this is a good step forward for us. It's a nice next step to be hosting our own server. More stability means I can change things up a little quicker, a little easier, and just thanks to you guys for all the continued support and all the players who come on and participate in the missions. If you also want to help me push forward my goal of working full time on the channel and as a streamer, please check out my Patreon page, guys. The link is down below, and we're doing really excellently with the Patreon so far. We've in fact nearly reached the halfway goal on that project, to give you a little update, and that's halfway before I can get to being a full-time producer, which is really awesome, and thanks so much to the guys there. If you want to read more about that, just check it out down below. So I'll see you guys Monday and Fridays for live ZEUS operations on twitch.tv/Luetin. See you then.